Alright, let's do this. Welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with Ytterhogdals IK. So we got a few friendlies to play. We've got some monetary decisions to make, I guess. As you can see, we've got some money in the bank, but on the other hand, optimizing one's, I would say, player portfolio at this point is probably a good idea. So we should do that, shouldn't we? So let's do it. Let's look into what's worthwhile, who's not likely to make it to the squad on a regular basis, and also through the youth team. Now, we already did some stuff here, but yeah. Some clearly don't have the potential. For example, the 19-year-olds here, I don't think they should be in the U19 at this point. I'm not sure how it works, but we might as well put them up into the senior squad and get rid of them at some point. And for the others here, we offered them out on loan, basically everyone. There's no interest in any of these, but maybe we can play them in the odd game and attract some interest for them. That said, there's a few good news here. Transfers overall haven't been great. We have not been able to gain large fees for players so far, but maybe we can attract a few more loan fees. And these loan fees overall contribute to the financial well-being of the club too, even if it's small scale stuff. So that's okay. Alright, in 2 days we have the friendly against Westeros SK. We will probably play that one too. And it might be a good idea to give someone else a place on the pitch in this situation, because the match load on many of these players is rather high. So we'll remove that and see where we go in 2 days. Oh yeah, also there's the recruitment review meeting, so we need to get through this. Yeah, seriously, I don't know why we go through this. There's a lot of transfers in. Well, that's all trial lists, who cares? We've got a few players that are listed for transfer. Either for loan or for transfer at all. And now all of a sudden the recruitment focus should be on an attacking midfielder in the center, which we don't use. It was about a goalkeeper last time we had a meeting here. We didn't employ a new goalkeeper, and well, I don't know. Doesn't make much sense to me. There's no recommendations, no other recommended players. Great meeting, thank you very much. Entirely useless, as always. Okay, so this is too much, obviously, in the core social group. But maybe some of them can have a positive influence here and there. He doesn't develop well, all of a sudden. What's going on? So let's criticize him for it. Yeah, and same with Warlin. Oh. Wonderful. Apparently we can also warn a player for poor performance in the last game. Even if it's just friendlies. Okay, that's great. So from that perspective we can improve the players if they play friendlies. That's good. Westeros is first division elite. This is a good club. They will probably defeat us, most likely. Okay. Yeah, we just need to wait for some changes. Maybe throughout the transfer period we can get rid of the some players, and it might be that someone comes in for one of our players that we wouldn't want to sell or need to sell anyway. But we might still go for the money in this situation. On the other hand, at some point it's alright if we keep the players. We want to have some quality in the squad, after all. Great. At least his determination went up. Tiny bit, that is. I'm not sure if we criticize his last game with this club though. I'm not sure how it works. But yeah. We'll see going forward how he does throughout the season. Yes, still there's a lot of players here. What about him, by the way? We're still on the lookout for a central defender. That's worthwhile. This doesn't look too bad. Some of the technicals are a bit concerning. But great tackling, great marking, great heading. Composure's a bit missing. Great jumping reach. Overall, this looks decent. We might want to sign him in favor of Ytterhogdals, but I'm not sure yet. And obviously we have a problem with some of the players that will not play throughout the season, or not enough that it warrants keeping them around the club. So either we gotta transfer them on a fixed fee, or we gotta loan them out for a fee. But loaning them out seems not to attract interest for players like Puget, which I don't understand at all. I think Puget is a decent. He's got decent potential. He still has. He didn't develop much last season. That's a problem. So to develop him, we need to play him, even if it's bad. But on the other hand, we have two players out there who we expect to play better, do better, performance-wise. Well, Ytterhogdals has seen a bit of a probably a bigger hole, not just a bump in the road. But at the age of 24, I think, I still think he's a viable option long term, as long as he doesn't hurt himself all the time. So that should probably get better at some point. His form will improve.
Thanks for the follow.
Oh, that's an early one. Thank you very much, and welcome to the stream. Let me know if you're interested into in anything, and ask questions. I don't know, whatever suits you. So if you want an overview of the squad or of the situation, I'll gladly give you one. I'm fine. Had a good morning. I was a bit outside. Got lucky with the weather, and now it's time to go back to streaming. What are you doing? What brings you here? In the area of the unknown streamer with the Swedish club. Yeah, heavy processing going on. The perfect way to start a stream. This is Football Manager 2023, in case you're not aware. And we're managing a very small club in Sweden, I always say I stumbled into this into this club by accident, and that's probably true. I started unemployed, and so this is a club that is in a town with 250 to 500 people, inhabitants, not club size. So this is rather tiny, and we're trying to hold the league and well, grow. I'm not a full-time streamer.
Thanks
no.
for the follow.
So you could thank you for that one too. You could argue that I'm a full-time streamer now, but I will have a day job in April. So at that time I will not be a full-time streamer anymore. Also, it doesn't earn any money. I do have fun, that's for sure. So it might not look like this, but I'm the one to go into detail with some of this stuff, and I'm having fun. So definitely, hope it's fun for you too. And you're always welcome to stick around and keep me company. It's as much about the social connections as it is about the game. Seriously, because the game can be a bit dry from time to time. I exist on Discord, yes. I exist on Discord, but I do not exist as a streamer just yet. Only my private account. I will probably open a Discord server at some point though, because there's a few people that are interested in just keeping things up to date. And so sometimes I guess they want to talk about it at some point. But with 47 followers now, it's not like there's a lot of people that follow this stream. There are regulars though, which I appreciate. I'm very happy to have them. And I'm from Germany, this is in Sweden, so I have no idea. Well, we can also chat here on Twitch. I don't see much of a problem. You can drop me a message here on Twitch immediately. So there's no need for Discord just yet. But in the future, in case I open a server, why not? But whatever you have on your heart, if it concerns the stream to a degree, you're welcome to share it here. Just be warned, the entire episodes go on YouTube, so it will be part of the internet forever. Yeah, well, I mean, there's a private chat on Twitch, so you can try there. This includes me eating food, me being confused, and some questionable decisions. So, yeah. But you'll be between them. You're welcome to watch the story so far. if that's something you want to endure. The start of the stream was really horrible. At this point, it's probably okay-ish. So anyway, we got 2 days to go here. This is rather boring, me talking all day. So we'll talk to we'll play the friendly against Westeros, which we will do, and then we'll see. The next matches are easier, I think. Maybe not Östersund, but the other ones. And for the second part of the preseason, we will not have as many friendlies, because this is about the money at this point. And hopefully we can get rid of some of the players too. Just some of the ones that eat up wages without contributing much to the first team. Sure, I want them to develop, so it's an investment into the future, but well, you know the club. It doesn't develop here. All they know is how to shovel snow and how to plant potatoes. So football management is not exactly what they're going for. Or football, being professional football as it is. Management, well, I guess they learn how to manage the fields at some point. So this is a club situated in a farmers community. In case you're not aware, that's what I'm talking about. Ah, 1st of February apparently is a lot of load. For some reason. Yeah, we've been here. I need new hardware. I know, thank you. So, Olivia, what brings you here? Is there anything specific? Or are you just browsing random channels? Starting the stream on 5 minutes processing. Yeah, that's wonderful. This is exactly what I wanted the game to look like today. Great. Could also skip through preseason off stream, but really, who wants to have that? Gaps in the streaming schedule. There we go. No idea what happened. But, moved forward. Sure, I don't care. I will do that myself. Alright, loan summary. Well, Augustson is already out on loan for a long time. I don't know why he's transfer listed, by the way. I don't think we did that. Or if I did, I might have forgotten to tick off the box. But anyway, he's in his second season with the loaning club. He will play this league against us actually this season, so that's good for his development, I guess. And the rest of them, I really don't care. They either need to develop or we needed to get rid of the wages. FC Gude make an offer for him though, for Edis Alic. This is so this would mean that we face this guy, and I do not want to do that. They offered for him on a free transfer. Well, we don't know about the wage. So, is it worth it at this point? I think so. Let's compare this to Ytterhogdals. Yeah, this is well worth it. This is primary player material for us. So let's just go back to it for a second though, and also look into the attributes little by little. So he's faster than Ytterhogdals overall. The jumping reach is nearly identical. Ytterhogdals is a bit stronger, so this overall here favors Ytterhogdals from a jumping reach slash strength perspective, but due to the lack of acceleration and other stuff, I think that Alic is overall on a similar level, at least. The average is a bit higher apparently. That's something he has going for him. Positioning is way better. Mentals are a wash, more or less, but the positioning is well beyond what Ytterhogdals is capable of. And then we have overall better technicals with Ytterhogdals, but defensive-wise, which is where it matters, Alic is better. So he's not a natural passer by any stretch of the imagination. He cannot dribble for, I don't know, don't give him the ball, seriously. But he can win the ball back and lay off the possession pass. And that's exactly what we need him to do. So in that sense, he can be an important player for us and we can pay him appropriately. Star player, not so sure. But at the age of 22, this is a good catch. Regular starter would be perfectly fine with me. It depends on the money now. And that's possible, I guess, that we can do this. So there it is. So for first team players or regular starters, we are looking at a wage budget that allows us to spend 70 euros on him. On average. This is fine. We can do this. We can sign him and give him. So I will not pay him 85, but we will probably be able to negotiate him down to 75 or 80. That would be fine. This stuff is okay too. We would remove some of this anyway. And on a 10-month contract, that's also okay. He will not accept clauses. So I'd rather have him on a cheaper contract and see where it goes. Yeah, already 70. Yeah, already at 80. So that's okay. All of this is good. This is only about a base wage at this point. Graphics as a gamer? No, not much. So if you're new to this game, you probably I don't know. What's your favorite gaming section? You personally. So obviously you have different taste. That's okay. So what's something you are interested in gaming specifically? What's it that is fun to you, I guess? Let's remove this. No, he wants that one. Okay. So we made him a decent offer, I guess. For this league level, he should be fine. Well, in that case, you won for the action, I guess. And you define skill as something that happens on short-term basis, right? You are somebody that thinks that there's no wrong here, by the way. So you like to see skill like somebody, I don't know, doing headshots through 3 walls or something like this. This is in part this is preparation, and in part this is obviously short-term skill, like reacting and so on. So these things are, it can be interesting, yeah, sure. I would compare this not to another shooter, because comparing 2 shooters will not help. But let's say you probably know League of Legends. League of Legends is also very fast-paced overall. At least the meta has been last time I checked it. So for you this is what skill looks like, right? Somebody, I don't know, getting a triple or a quadruple kill in LoL, or same in CSGO, for example. Or somebody sustainably getting that. Because managing to do it one time probably isn't worth much. But managing to do it a lot of times, on average, that's a good skill. In these games. A similar argument can be made for, let's say, we use RTS, like StarCraft or something. StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2, there's a lot of action going on. You also have the build chains, and you learn these for each meta. And afterwards, it's about the click rates and the amount of clicks you can do in micromanagement and so on, right? So it's more about, it's all under pressure. It's all time-based, I'd say. This is what skill looks like to you. That's okay. To me, skill is more about decision making. There's a personal preference there. Graphics for the channel. Oh, you're trying to sell something. There's like, you can pick a ticket at this point. There's like 10 people that want to sell some graphical stuff to me, and to be perfectly frank about it, this channel doesn't earn money. I cannot spend money on a channel that doesn't earn anything. So why would I? And if I ever earn any money, I would probably, I'll show you. If this earns money at some point, I will probably first of all remove the pillows here and do some sound insulation, however it's called. Foam pads, you know, that stuff. So it's not like I'm opposed to the idea, but seriously, you would need to get in line doing graphics for a channel. There's always somebody offering that kind of stuff here. But I also realized that you have to earn money. So but this is the way you try, right? And thanks for asking for Discord previously. I realized that some people are, well, just upfront with it, and some come in and chat for a time. Also, seriously, you're welcome to hang around. Yeah, but growth on its own is only so good. And what we just talked about, so from a adhesion perspective, let me just check this here. So he will go out on loan. Okay. We will tell him that this is a chance to develop, and that's it. So from an adhesion perspective, there's a certain quality of followers. Followers are not only about the count and the growth and the amount of growth, but it is much more about the sustainability. In investing, you would compare this to the profitability of a company. It's not so much about the profits they make next year. It's much more about the profits they make every year, because this is what the company is about. And in that sense, Twitch channel is similar, right? It's about those that show up. So out of those 47 followers, maybe, I don't know the percentage, maybe 50% never show up, more or less. They are not around. There's other followers, regulars, that come tune in every second stream, I guess. A few names come to mind. Now, doing graphics for a channel will not necessarily grow it to... It depends. What kind of followers do they bring in? Do they just bring in more people? Is this helpful? I'm not sure. Now, obviously, it's always helpful to bring in more people, but in the end, it's about the... How do I put this? Maybe, yeah. But for now, I went with a free template, and as you can see, it's not great, but it works. So sure, but I wouldn't know what to theme that channel like anyway. So one would need to do a corporate identity first. It's not like I'm opposed to the idea. It's about efficiency. If I have, I don't know, if I have 1,000 euros, what do I spend them on? Right? Because right now I've got a laggy, well, the internet is fine for this computer, but I've got a computer that could do some with some new hardware that will definitely help the stream, and I've got some sound stuff to deal with that will definitely help the stream and reduce the echo, and also stop annoying my neighbors. So in that sense, the money is probably better spent there. But first of all, that money needs to come in. I will not go with the growth mindset for the streaming project. I will not invest 5,000 euros and hope that it turns out to make money at some point. This is stupid. This is how you lose money. It's if you want this to be a business, you gotta run it like a business. Same, by the way, for the game here. So to get back to the previous topic, I respect good decision making and good management. And these things take time. They are not flashy, but they have their own depends, right? Are you I always drag this example into the light. I'm not sure if the streamer is very happy with it, but you're probably aware that there's a streamer named Filthy Robot. He earns a living like this. Filthy's channel, his YouTube stuff doesn't contain thumbnails. He doesn't do tagging. He doesn't do social media, more or less. He just streams 11 hours a day. And Filthy's got obviously he's got some artwork done throughout the years, but overall he doesn't invest much in this kind of stuff. Yes, there is good potential there, but on the other hand, he's barely making it, like from a monetary point of view, and there's a lot of risk with the type of games he picks. So as someone streaming Football Manager, there are a lot of people out there that stream Football Manager. So either it's about the quality of the content first, and one can do obviously all the flashy stuff and so on, so that contributes, not a debate, but they do not come for the flashy stuff and stay for the flashy stuff. They come in for the flashy stuff, and the quality has to be there afterwards. So it's a bit of both, but yeah. But I'm not an affiliate, so this doesn't earn $100. And I will not spend money that this project did not earn. Right? I will spend money once this earns money. But you're probably aware that with 50 followers and being an affiliate, you will not earn $100 a month all of a sudden. It doesn't happen. You earn like 5 cents or something, so that's not how it works. And I'm the one to go with profitability for a channel. And I'm perfectly happy to discuss this, by the way. This is closely related to what I do in game, and also what I do in life. This is how I work. And other people should probably work that way too, instead of investing money in stuff that might or might not give a return. But I realized that for you, this is the way you earn money. This is fine. So, yeah. You're welcome anytime. It's not like I'm, how is this? I'm not opposed to the idea to spend money on quality, or on good work, right? So, it's just a matter of the circumstances. Will it? Well, do you have statistics to back that up? Now we're getting somewhere. He's interesting. He's been placed on the loan list. So if you have data to back that up, that's interesting. Yeah. Probably not. So there is so many, and for I don't know the statistics, but do you have statistics of the percentage of the streamers on Twitch that earn a living by doing it? How many is it? Seriously, how many is it? Percentage-wise, not in absolute terms. In absolute terms, I don't care. How much is how high is the percentage of the streamers that earn a living by doing it? There we go. So, if you have the numbers, I'll gladly look into these. Also, I'll look into how long it takes for the average channel to be profitable, and it will probably be in years. So, if that even works. I guess most of the channels are neither profitable nor, well, do they ever get to the level that you can say they earn a living. So it earns you a living if you sell digital art, for example, or I don't know. It earns a living if you have some niche that people are willing to pay for, I guess, but not as a fun side project. So if that happens at any point, I will not decline it, but I don't think I'll ever make a living with this. That said, it's a lot of fun though. So, are we willing to bring this guy in for the club? He's got great physicals overall. Can also play as a left wing back. Nah, he's more of a left wing back overall. That would be an interesting addition to the squad though. And we can have him for free. Never compare this with Whirlin, which would need to play here otherwise. Yeah, just drop me a message in case you want to go there. If you have something to share, well, you don't have to share it on stream if you don't want to. You can just drop me a message with the details and I'll look into it. But how do I put this? I'm a very data-driven guy. If you don't have statistics to back up anything, well, for example, for your customer base, right? So if you have a few nice examples of channels you did that worked out well, that's great. I want to see them all though. Well, you can just message me here on Twitch. I don't know what you're talking about. Give me a second. Here you go. So, I'll be happy to look into your examples, but I want to see the ones that didn't work out too. Like, the channels that you did good work for and they didn't work. Because this is much more interesting than the ones that did work. And in that sense, I'm very interested in that stuff. I don't know. You can give me a link of your portfolio if you have a portfolio that it's, yeah, it will probably be on a website or something, right? So that's not for me to figure out. Because this is so in a sense this is me helping you at this point. Because right now you realize hopefully that you need a way to share your portfolio on a quick basis. Not just one logo and one banner, or not just one channel, all of them. In one, basically in one URL. If you can get this done, you definitely have a better chance. Well, I'll look into this later. Yeah, that's interesting. Sure. Cool. So obviously this looks nice. Well done. Good job. So well, thank you very much, but this is interesting to me, right? But now I would want to know how are the numbers of the channel since how were the numbers of the channel before? How's the usual progression curve of user or I don't know follower growth, and how did they do since they changed the graphics that you made, which look pretty. No debate there. That's good work. Why wouldn't it be? But I wanna know about the efficiency at this point. And if I don't know about the efficiency, I will not invest money into anything. So that's me. I invest in stuff that is reliable and that works. Like, I do not decline that it might. But I need the numbers to back it up first. And if I have these numbers, then it's good. I will not decide this on a I don't know, on a stomach feeling. Also, as I said, first this has to earn money, then I can spend it. So, I think we'll get this guy in for loan. I was already with the comparison here. Where is he? There. So defensive-wise, he's not even that good. For some reason. Is this really the case? Yeah. He's got great physicals, but he's a shitty tackler. Really bad marker. This is a weird player. These though, probably make up for most of it. So we can get him in for free. That's the thing. He runs with the ball down the left, dives into tackles, which, well, okay, whatever. I'm okay with that. Let's loan this guy in. As a squad player. Maybe he wants to go for it. Yeah, sure. You're welcome to do that. Of course. Let me know. Also, I'm always interested in what can be done overall. I think there was somebody else, one of my followers too. This is a person that isn't around to watch the stream, I think. They shared like they do all general growth packages, and then once I asked what exactly this is, what they do, it was really unspecific. Like they do social media and they do graphics and so on, but no numbers. Like if you don't have data, you cannot sell anything. So if you can say on aggregate, once I after I did the graphics update for a channel, the viewership increased by I don't know 37%. This is a number, and I want to see the data first. And then if you can present it that way, and this is the way it goes, then I will look for skewness in that data, and afterwards I will say, okay, this looks like a decent investment, so we might do it or we might not. But the data on Twitch is inherently skewed. Most of the channels don't make it anywhere, so yeah, you will have a hard time selling anything in that environment. That's not your fault, in that sense. This is just the way it works. This is akin to a social network. Most of the channels are really small. Like there's one viewer right now, you. So yeah. People are not here to watch Football Manager right now. They will come in sooner or later. Some of the regulars after work, but or they might. Yeah, I'll look into it after stream though. Okay. Philip Hägglund. Mr. Omanovic. That doesn't look that great. Thanks for the information anyway. I'm always interested in that kind of stuff. But I also realized that I'm a bit off for now. As I said, if this ever earns any money, I'm perfectly willing to spend it on stuff like this. Or I don't know, if it is a full-time job at some point, but it will not be going forward, so it doesn't make much sense right now. But I didn't decide on it just yet. I'll look into your stuff. He's, well, old enough. That's a bit of a weird thing to say, but for a goalkeeper, but this guy has a decent amount of experience. Good throw, probably. He might be an improvement to what we have. Might also not be. Not sure. Ferhan Abic. I am not interested, I think. He might serve as a target man though, so might as well give him a trial. He was with Tabby previously. For some reason only scored 1 goal in a lot of matches. Did they play him as a midfielder or what? I don't know about a heading yet, but this looks like he could be used as a target man. Not sure what's going on there. So, I think he should be acceptable skill-wise. Linus Hillemar. Well, we already have a lot of people that play that position, but why not? He can come in on trial, and we will look into it later. Who is this? That's one of the English guys from the list. Sure. What's Hollybell? Is this in Wales? This is in Wales. Interesting. Okay. Is that anyone? It's not a player we would be interested in anyway. They can come in on trial. In fact, we can probably have an additional list of English trialists at this point. Because the U19 doesn't contain trialists anymore. So we can offer trials to, I don't know, 30 people. Shortlist. This is the English candidate list, yes. So we want those that we have at maximum reasonable knowledge and probably that are not bound by contract. There's a lot of players that are still unattached and we don't know shit about them. So we'll offer a trial to these. Yeah, I don't know how many this is. 17, okay. So we can have 30 players in on trial if I'm not mistaken. Let's go with another 10 or something. Perfect, now it's 30. So some of them will not come in. But some of them might. And there's also still a 17-year-old here. One of these players might be worth it. We found some hidden gems there. Also, let me go for the light. That's better, probably. So, few of the deals fall through. And then we have a lot of trials here. Let's go through these. Some of them rejected it though. So Olivia, let me know. Is this how you earn a living? Is this your primary job? To try to sell these things on Twitch? I'm honestly interested at this point, because there seem to be a lot of people that do that kind of stuff. And I'm interested about I don't know how it goes. If this is your day job, if you do something else along the way. So, if you're willing to share that, let me know. There's a lot of trial lists here now. Okay, we will ignore these. Well, actually, we will push them to the U19. There we go. Now they're gone. So Zetterberg trained well, apparently. That's good. Especially for a 32-year-old. In fact, we can probably go with training overall. There's a few players that are unhappy with training anyway. So, Gustav Ostrom. We can probably play him as a Metzala next game. Who cares? He needs to be ready for the new season too. Maybe he can find a spot out on loan if we play him. Tillander has overall a high risk of injury, so we will not play him next game. We will, though, praise his training. Boldegard Blom, I didn't expect a good training rating from him at his age, but he can play the next game, why not? Oh, where is he though? There he is. There might be somebody that's interested in him. Yeah, he's listed for loan at this point. Not sure if this is a good idea. We might also keep him in the club. Paul Coleman apparently is also well, he trained well, so why not? Let's go with the youngster here. Guillermo trained well, this is good. The problem is we pay him for the friendly, but on the other hand, who cares? And then there's Ngongo, Berg, Hagedal, Zetterberg. Well, okay. Guillermo, Ngongo, and Hagedal. Hagedal is on a heavy match load though. Guillermo definitely isn't. Where is he? There. He's on light load. So none of these is, well, Ngongo is on a heavy load. Okay, so forget about Ngongo. We can give Anderson some time here. Really, we can go about it in any way now, as long as we don't put the players on the pitch that have high match load. And we can probably put Zetterberg on the bench. Rigby. Right-footed. No side preference though. I mean, why the hell not? We are expected to lose this game anyway, so we might as well play somebody from the B team. Doesn't matter. Is Per Fransson? He's perfectly capable to play pressing forward, so we can play with him too. Why not? And for the others, Hilberg can play as a box-to-box midfielder. Inverted winger on the right side would be... We called him Speedy Boy. Where's Mr. Benson? There he is. This guy? And we will play Melander here. Because I think Malte Ekman, wherever he is, there he is, he's on a heavy load. So we just need a left back at this point. And that will probably be Alp. Because Merlin played a lot of games. Well, a lot of friendlies anyway. Now we can do the same all over again. Just with, well, with other players. So, what we can do though is we can put those on the bench that are not on the heavy load. They don't need the additional match practice right now. The other guys here, they do. For example, Bernson. Or Dirk. Or Carlson. Most of these actually. Procel doesn't. Ytterhogdals can use the odd minute on the pitch. Interesting. But we've got a lot of options on the left wing, so that's in a way that's unsurprising. Wolzund could do with an additional minute on the pitch, and that's it. Well, there's also the goalkeeper, so we might drop another goalkeeper here. But the other players are under heavy match load, so we will not do that. No, we will not give them time on the pitch. Oh, Korovic isn't. I forgot him. The others are though. So what do we still need? I don't know. Maybe just put the two goalkeepers on the bench too, and give them some time to rest overall. Make sure that I didn't forget anything. So we'll fill the bench with two players that are unlikely to be injured. Ytterhogdals didn't even recover just yet, he's tired. But there's players like Warlin, who is very flexible. And how's Dylan Morgan? Not great. Same with Ishak. I'm looking for somebody with a certain amount of flexibility. I guess Ekman can come on. Who cares? So both of them will probably not play. We will try to substitute it, the same way we do the first team with some random players. And now we have a friendly. Alright, so this is the friendly. We just looked into this. I obviously forgot some of the instructions I wanted to change, but it's just a friendly, so doesn't matter much. We'll go through this. We will probably lose this one heavily, because, well, we field half of the youth team, and overall the squad is not even up to the standard if we field the first team. So this doesn't matter much, the result. I don't expect anyone to make a great performance or something. That said, maybe one of the scouts of other teams sits here and can scout one of the players. It's a lot of foreign names for me too, by the way. Well, Ostrom and Anderson I know, but there's a few English guys that we signed for the youth team. Rigby, for example, that just weren't expected to make an appearance anytime soon. Melander, well, interesting pass. So, 2 minutes into the game, we didn't give away chances just yet. Dahlquist. Ah, it's a waste of a finish. Skillomo. Lobs it into the penalty area. We get a penalty. We got a penalty. Great. Who's gonna take it? Melander does. Well, he's a decent penalty shooter and he scores that one. So, so much for we will lose this one. At least we go 1 goal up. Great. That's good for morale. Decent penalty too. Well placed. There we face a free kick. Well done by Coleman. I forgot that there's a youngster in the goal. So that was a routine save, but for a youngster it was probably well dangerous. Dahlquist, damn, Coleman's got that one. Long kick for Speedy Boy, who manages to win the header. Friendson back to Speedy Boy, nice ball into the middle, and there's a finish. I mean, I didn't expect that to end up in the back of the net, but it wasn't that bad. Bad pass by Skillomo for Hellberg, though it's not Hellberg. It is, it's Hellberg. Another long ball by Coleman. Nice cross. Deflects off the crossbar. That was a dangerous header. Lindberg. With the cross. Well... Okay, so we faced that one. Overall, I expect to, well, give away more time on the ball, probably. And we need to endure more pressure going forward. But 20 minutes into the game, it looks like we can actually get a result here. Oh no, Speedy Boy. I don't know if you can hear this, but the door's also slamming all the time in the back. I'm not sure what's going on. It must have something to do with open windows or something, so I probably should close these later on. Hopefully you cannot hear this. If you can, sorry about that, I'll fix it in a second. Well, at halftime or after the game. Forget what I just said, I'll fix it to the, right now. Give me a second. This is what streamers get paid to do, right? Well, okay, I don't get paid. But anyway, so that should fix it. We had a window open somewhere. And, well, apparently it's time for a storm outside, or something along the lines of this. It's a bit windy. I definitely picked the better time of the day to be outside with the morning. Because right now it's... doesn't look that sunny. Lindbergh, another header. Yeah, they have their chances. And they will probably score one at some point. But we've been really lucky to be awarded a penalty. By the way, Speedy Boy should go off. I don't want to risk it. Is there somebody else that can play here? We'll find one, right? So Burnson is a right defender. Dirk is not the one to play there. He isn't one to play there anyway. But on the other hand, we can play him as a defensive winger there, for example. This is an unpopular substitution, but we can do this. And he can be defensive winger. Which he actually is some good at. That is all shit. Yeah, we should probably have eased the pressure on him. But it works. It's okay. Oh, this is stupid. Arabi, not well defended, and we give away another chance. But nothing happens. We're lucky. That should probably be offside. It isn't. So that header would have been a great chance. Adalstein's on. That's the guy we just brought on the pitch. I'm not even sure how to pronounce this. Guillermo with the header. We had a chance. Given that we face a superior opponent, the squad is doing rather nicely with the 50% youth player edition. Oh, that's not well defended. But it's offside. Rigby injured now. He can remain on the pitch until halftime. Now we'll look into it. Alright. So, how do they do? What's he got? Potential foot injury. Great. Yeah, we will substitute him. There's no reason to injure him immediately. So he's the right central defender. Is there a central defender on the bench? Don't tell me we didn't bring a central defender. I cannot believe it. Well, Wickberg is there. There we are. So Wickberg is there. And the rest of them are probably fine. And we can be happy with the performance, because really we are up 1 goal against an opponent that we didn't expect to stand any chance. So why not? And Wickberg can come on, and I don't want to talk to him. Melander scored the goal with the penalty. Boltegard Blum overall has a decent performance so far. I don't know what this is. Why do they push up like this? This is the defensive formation. They close the spaces really tightly here. I don't know why. Now they drop back. Maybe I just don't understand football too much. Oh, that was, again, creative defending. But it worked out so far. Vermanen. And that's a good header. Franzol Adalstein's on and just gets rid of the ball. Great play. Skalomo with a free kick. Boltegard Blom with a header. Yet another ball. Directed towards goal. It certainly looks like we could win this. I cannot believe it. With a penalty though, but we could win this. Well done for Boltegard Blom. So at this point we should probably go with a heavy rotation. Okay, there's a free kick. Let's substitute a few. Yeah, it's a friendly. we'll have a few more friendlies. Not the new season yet. Also, Kumquat, I think you. Usually I start at 9:30 or something in the morning. Today I started at 14 p.m. So you didn't miss much. This is friendlies and some friendlies going forward. But I thought we could hang around and chill for some time. Also, I got offered yet an additional graphics package individually styled for me by Olivia Kent 003. So now I have to choose between 20 or something in case I ever want to buy one for Twitch. My new career, obviously. Yeah. I'm thankful for the offer, but whatever. That's what you missed, anyway. That's it. And we are playing the youth right now. How have you been doing? Anything new with you? Since yesterday, I think. We talked yesterday, right? Voldegrod, Blom, and Melander could go off. So for Voldegrod, Blom, there's another one-on-one replacement, but we might as well go with Dirk here. He knows how to play center back at least. So why not give him some minutes on the pitch? Even if he's not a good center back. Is there anyone else? Well, Ostrom can probably go off at this point. Who's Carlson? I don't even know who you are. Apparently this guy is from the youth team. Great. So, but Anderson is still okay. Korovic can come on here. That's okay. These two I would rather want to remain on the bench. They are under heavy match load. So in a way Carlson is a viable option for midfield, why not? Who cares? Let the young guys play. Maybe somebody comes and offers for them. But not for a deep lying playmaker, seriously. For DLP we'll go with Ekman. I realize what I just said and now I'm throwing it all out of the window. But for the next 30 minutes he will probably do. And Hellberg, he can be replaced by Ytterhogdals at this point. Maybe. We can get this over with. Korovic, Ytterhogdals. Alp, Ytterhogdals. Skillermo. Nice ball for Korovic. Will he go for the shot? Oh no. That could have been a second. Yes, this is only a friendly, but still, I wouldn't say I'm concerned. It's just unexpected to stand a chance here. Apparently they brought the youth squad too. That would explain a lot. Ekman. Ah, Franson lost that ball. Minter, this is well played, but Coleman is there. Apparently, Mr. Coleman is a viable option for the team, given that he didn't concede so far. I'm not sure if Sederberg would have managed that. Free kick for us. No, it's offside. Okay. Now we can bring Puget on, because why not? And Alp could do with a break too. Still left, well, Rollin, I guess. And seriously, we can bring on a keeper at some point. And just let him run around as a striker or something. Doesn't matter much. Wickberg. It's not too bad. Minte. Well done by Coleman. It wasn't a good shot anyway. But he did well there. Second shot on target, by the way. Anderson could do with a replacement. Same with the striker. Fransson. So for Anderson it's Bernson, that's easy. Carlson doesn't need to make an appearance. And Wolfson can come on for Fransson. And then we can substitute the goalkeeper, really. Why not? We might as well give Westberg another 12 minutes. There's not much to say about the keeper. Well, in fact there is something to say about the keeper. I didn't expect in this kind of friendly to not concede so far. So whatever, the English 19-year-old didn't concede. That's a plus, right? That's good. Do we face another shot? Looks like it. Looks... wow. Well defended. We do well so far. And apparently Adalsteinsson has a decent game in his role as a defensive winger. I wouldn't have guessed. He's considered the one with no potential. But we brought him back for a second time because he's fairly pro. Apparently he shows on the pitch that he might be up for more. Sometimes. Adalsteinsson, Wolfsund. He plays as a pressing forward right now, if I'm not mistaken. This is not his strong suit, but he can do that. Sure, why not? Adalsteinsson. Oh. Well, that was well intercepted and really bad passing. It was a stupid idea. Can we close Petrovic down? Please. Apparently not. Minte. That's an easy one for Westberg though. 2 minutes to go. Dirk, Liljedahl. By the way, Dirk made it through 30 minutes as a center back. Which is great. Puget. No offside. Puget. Wolfsund. He's the one to score these from time to time. At this point, I would say this is well deserved. We defended well. They didn't have that many chances. Walden just goes with the long ball. And that's well intercepted by Liljedahl in his new unused his new role as a box-to-box midfielder, I should probably say. Apparently this is something he can do now. That's it. Game's over. Wonderful. We won against a League 2 club. Well, whatever it is called in Sweden. We won against them. 1-0 by a penalty. We had the better chances. Great. We should play the youth more often. Rigby has a bruised foot, okay, who cares? And Speedy Boy has a bruised ankle. That happens. No big deal. That's okay. He might even improve at some point, to the degree that we can loan him out. Speedy Boy, on the other hand, well... both of them have minor injuries though, so doesn't matter much. Team cohesion moved up. This looks like it could be a tiny green sprinkle here. Fantastic. And now they can all go through match practice. And then we can go for the next friendly. And maybe somebody's all of a sudden interested in one of our youth players. So the next game is against Ytterhogdals IK, which is also... That's first division elite, yeah. So also against a much superior club. We can't just retain the formation. That said, there's some stuff in here that doesn't need to be here. This is specifically for Ajax. We gotta redo these at some point. Yeah, we gotta redo these man by man. But it's obviously a good idea to take fewer risks back here. Up front, not so much. Well, on the other hand, we're trying to hold on to either a lead, or we're trying to hold on to a draw if we play this formation. We are more or less happy with whatever the result is. Who are you? Apparently there's a major interest from our side. That certainly explains why I cannot remember this guy. Oh, he's on trial with us. Okay. I wanted to offer him a trial and I was like, what? Why can't I offer him a trial? Oh, he's on trial with us. So, Tobias Svensson will go out... we will sell him. So we will arrange a friendly with him. He will leave us. We will get 25% of the next sale if there is any. And we can sell him for free. I think that's fair. He's a perfectionist. He will be missed as a personality in the youth squad. But he's too old for the youth squad anyway. Not yet, but he will be. And they want him to play him, so that's okay. He can go. Fine. No, he's pessimistic. Who cares? He's gone. So we saved €5 a week for another year. Did we? He's on an amateur contract with them. So that will not give us some fee. Yeah. That will not give us a fee. I should have tried to get offers in for €50 or something for most of these players. Maybe that would have helped. Now we will play Östersund and afterwards we will play Gefle. Great. So probably we should play the youth team again and again in these circumstances. So last match I played the youth team because I thought, well, no use getting somebody else injured. Or not the youth team, but you know, a lot of the young guys. But apparently this works. They want more strength training, great. That's always the case though. In pre-season nobody's happy. Especially not with a club like ours. On the other hand, team cohesion looks decent. It seems to go up to a degree at least. Who was the way to go to gain the penalty last game though? I'm not sure. Somebody was fouled. I'm not sure who it was though. A U19 friendly? Sure, why not? Same here. Great. The U19 is excited to play friendly. And apparently Paul Coleman improved in training. Well, he had his chance in goal. He's declared himself an Irish player. And at this point he's fluent in Swedish too. He's with us for nearly a year now. I cannot even remember. Yeah. We signed him from Kidderminster. For the personality, I guess. And hopefully, well, just hoping he would make some progress. Which he didn't. Or did he? No. This is not what progress looks like. This is what decline and stagnation look like. On the other hand, I don't know, half a year. A bit more than half a year, who cares? But it's not like our own players are any better. Robin Eriksson. Well, he trains well. We can agree to that. There's a lot of teamwork sessions here. I can see why the players would be a lot annoyed by this. Now, we've got a friendly coming up against the amateur club too. We need to schedule this. That'll be one of the shittier ones. Ah, here's, oh man. This is so far off. Preseason is so long here. But we can play against the amateur club here. So they will come over with their bartenders and whoever plays there. Play us at 8 AM for some reason. Because that's a healthy time in Sweden to be outside at 8 AM and play football. At 8 AM in March, I guess. Might still be dark outside, I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh no, it's 15. Okay, never mind. Well, I don't know this guy and I'm not sure if I want him to be with the club for extended periods of time. Oh, the food made me so tired. It always does. I shouldn't eat prior to streaming. Yeah, it's just too much. Is this the new season? There's money floating around in our league. Uncut just lost somebody, a Mr. Stiff for 9k. This is not what I'm going for. So transfer window is still open. Sure, let's get him in. We don't need him, but let's get him in for trial. If we can, anyway. So, okay, thank you very much. The regular shortlist I wanted to look into there. So, on the default shortlist, there's a player or another. Isaac Ol Holmström, or is it Ishak? No, it's Isaac Ol Holmström. Still on a very expensive contract. Still, they are not willing to let him leave. He'll remain there until, well, we should probably filter this. So these are the only players that are interested in a transfer with us. Do you see that? Is this something we want? Mr. Kumquat, do you have an opinion on this? Sir, do we want him back? B+. Well, he will not be captain going forward if he comes back. That's for sure. That's it. This report, this is old stuff. Gotta compare him to Low at this point. If I find him, that is, there he is. Yeah. So Nathan Lowe is the better one of the two. At the moment. And Nathan Lowe is expensive. In their roles as a Metzala. Also, Oliver Swan can also be in any type of playmaker, really. He's got it all for it, more or less. In his role as a Metzala, though. So, in the role as a Metzala, technicals are... I wouldn't say it's the same. Oliver Swan is a bit better dribbling, finishing first touch, but he's missing the long shots. Direly, actually, in comparison to Nathan Lowe. Nathan Lowe is really good with these. Mentals wise, there's not much of a difference. And physicals wise, Oliver Swan is a bit weak. But for a 23-year-old, he might still improve the odd point. Even though we realized that he didn't improve by much with us, due to the training center. Now, maybe he can finally agree that an improvement of the training center isn't a thing. And running with the ball through center and moving the ball to the left foot is perfectly fine. This is, we played him on the right side, in midfield. So there's that. He's also perfectly capable to play some sort of backup register. So in that sense, Oliver Swan is one for the bench, or to drift around on the pitch, really. With respect to the role, he can play them all. I still think this is a good signing. And they paid us huge money for him last time. So if we get him back... Yeah, it's just us being interested though. This is what got accepted last time. Ha! No. So I will remove this. How long does this contract run? Until the end of 2027. We can also do something else. We can try to loan him. If it includes a reasonable fee. I don't think so. They want 23k for him. We sold them. We sold him for 6.5, by the way. So, no. Now they want 8k for him. That's much better. And we can have these in 6 installments. 8k. Why did it go up? Now they go with 9. Probably due to the installments here though. And we'll put this down to, I don't know, 500 euros or something. So we offer 3k for him, which 1.5 we would get anyway, because he's got a sell-on clause with us. No, they need the money apparently. So this is semi-locked now. 2.3k. Well, in that case, so we were at 3 last time. So this is 4k now. So we would be able to sign Oliver Swan. Well, we would be able to offer him another contract for 4,000 euros. I don't need the money right now. Not a problem with the installments. There's no clauses in there, which is good. And we would have somebody that's definitely better than Korovic overall. If I am not mistaken. We can always make the offer. So that's alright. Let's compare him to Korovic for a second. Yeah. That's, we don't have to talk about this, I think. Korovic is a bit better with set pieces though. Gotta give him to that to him. But yeah, we're trying to get somebody back. Maybe he can have a second time with the club. He's good too. In fact, this guy's really good. Oh, yet another Norwegian left winger. Seriously, we have enough left wingers. But I want this guy. He wants to be a important player though. I cannot give that to him. Too far away. No. So I realized that he might be perfectly capable to do that, but we've got enough players there, and the wage wasn't even that far off from what we're willing to offer. Then we've got an advanced playmaker here. He's probably better than Malte Ekman. Well, not really. The mentals are better, the technicals aren't. Not a bad signing overall at the age of 22 though. But we would need to get him on a steal, basically. And he's too expensive wage-wise. Then there's this guy. That's not bad. Ah. Susceptible to injuries though. Personality isn't great. He's already, well, he's 23. Not sure. Cameron Gregory. That's a good one. That's a good one. In fact, I wonder if he's better than Sederberg. No, he's not. But it's basically the same. If he would come in for cheap. At this point he wants to be backup, yeah, that's okay. On 180 though, that's not okay. Laurie Bell. Well, he's bound to another club now. With him it's more about the staff attributes for us. We also apparently filtered a lot of these. Tier 2, no interest or minor interest. He is slightly interested apparently. The estimated wage. Nah, man. We don't need it that much. We're looking for bargains at this point. This looks just fine. Overall, that's okay. But the prices they... yeah. The money they want is just too high. He's very interested in negotiating terms with us. And they want all of us one back though. Wage contribution 0. No way. No way. We want him with us now. So, do we actually get Oliver Swan back? Sure. French player, no promises all of a sudden. Great. French player is just fine, I think. All of a sudden this is money we're willing to offer. Yeah, this is good. Let's do this. Because for us he would be somewhere in between first team and backup. First team is 70 euros a week on average. Backup would be 20. We can probably sort him somewhere there with a French player. I would need to do a proper categories at some point for this. But this is totally fine. The signing on fee, I don't care about. All of that stuff here, that's okay-ish. We know that he didn't develop much anymore. But the league below, he didn't develop at all. So he might make a jump for us now. $55 maybe? I'll retain my spot at 55. We will meet at 60, probably. We will meet at 60. So, that's okay. And after the season, we will just look into this, or maybe in a few months. In case the other guy doesn't perform and he does, well, he might have a contract for another season. All of a sudden, Oliver Swan's back. This is the story of Oliver Swan, probably, this save. I didn't expect that to happen. If he agrees to the contract, that is. Okay, so we can reduce these demands a little bit here and there. For 60 euros a week, I would be absolutely happy with him having another season with the club. Yeah, that's cool. This one will be too much. Alright. Do we want to sign him for a second season too? On this contract well, this contract? Maybe. 2-year contract with a 15-game clause. Totally fine. Well, apparently the clauses are not that... They are not that important to him, apparently. He wants a 5, okay. So 9 and 5 it is. That's not too bad. That's worth nothing. And this stuff, yeah, we can remove this. 65 euros a week? Yeah, he's considered a fringe player now, but we will immediately promote him to, I don't know, squad player probably. And I will not loan him back, no. Oliver Swan back in the club. I cannot believe it. I was really annoyed about the player overall, but that's how things go sometimes. And he's got the skill set overall. He's got the traits to make it work, more or less. He's got not that much potential at the age of 23, but on the other hand, as a midfielder, he brings most of what's needed to the table. So we know that he can play on this level, and we nearly got promoted with him in the squad 2 times. So why not get him back? It's okay. They sold Erlandson. Yeah, okay. They will not let us offer money for him, yeah. David Sundström. He left the club and found another one. It would be so fun to have Oliver Swan back in the squad. But probably he will not perform all of a sudden. So... let's clear this. Look into the training. So Coleman still deserves to be on the goalkeeper's position. Tillander is still on a high risk of injury. Yeah, there's not much people that trained well, so we do not have to do this anyway. We think we'll go into with Zetterberg into the season, so let's give him some time. Anderson can have some time on the pitch too. Is there anyone light? Yeah. These are injured, so Wickberg it is. Alp on the left side, there's no center back here. Bernsson's position is already taken. I guess we can play Dirk as a center back. Why not? Who cares? Let him have it. Melander and Ekman. Well, it will be Melander in this case. Helberg, medium. Skilermo is on the light load. Puget is 2, so let's give Puget some time on the pitch. He needs it anyway. Boltson is on a medium load. I mean, why not? That's not even bad. So we need a Metzala. Ostrom can do that. He trained well, if I'm not mistaken. We'll just play him in the friendlies. Who cares? Or maybe Metzala. Maybe Korovic. Korovic is better. And we need an inverted winger. Well, we can also just put Adalstein out here. Adalstein's son. And he doesn't need to be inverted winger. He can be regular defensive winger. That's it. So now we need fitness test not required, should be monitored accordingly. Well, we need a right back. So that's Nogongo or Kasper Berntsson. I guess Kasper Berntsson it is. Then we need 2 central defenders. So, given what's already on the pitch, that's probably Hagedal and Hellström. On the left, well, we can go with Rigby for Hellström, I guess. Don't want to injure him, and if something happens to him even further, well, we'll deal with it once we get there. Walden as a left back is fine. Is there somebody else who can play left back here? Well, Dirk, but he's already on the pitch. So Walden it is. Then we need a playmaker type. That's usually Malte Ekman. Is there somebody else that can do this? Not really. So it will be Malte Ekman. And then we have Forsell is fine, Ostrom is fine, Low is fine. Not a problem, Ytterhogdals or Tillander. Should have Sklermo on the bench. And then these 3. Cause why not? Probably Speedy Boy is just on a medium though. Yeah, we should get rid of Dylan Morgan here and put somebody else in. Oh, Voltegard Blom is also on a medium load. Well, let's give him a place in the squad. Anyone else that can? Well, apparently Tillander. Now I'm gonna rotate it all just for the match load. And just drop somebody in. That is on light load. That's it. We'll go with this. Doesn't matter much anyway. Again, same expectation as last time. I expect to lose this. But we've got it. Well, we're missing our youth keeper, so we might probably concede a goal this game, because this is a senior squad member who should be much better. You know how it goes, the better players usually don't perform that well. I don't know. We'll see. This is the game for now. Melander. Nice pass for Hellberg. Who loses the ball though? That took too long. And that should be offside. It is. Sederberg with a long ball. Korovic doesn't win the header. As if it mattered though. Sederlund. He is not caught. Not a bad cross, Robak, and that's easy for Sederberg to get. Also, the ball's yellow for some reason. Again. Edwardson. Well done by Anderson. In the second try anyway. Woldsund. Nice pass by Woldsund for Puget. Doesn't knock it past the opponent at this point. Hellberg. Ah, that didn't end up with Alp. Puget. Melander. Where's the center defender, by the way? Alp. Ah, now it's offside. But seriously, Dirk went up, if I'm not mistaken. He left his position and tried to contribute going forward. For some reason, Edwardson. So this might be snow, this might be ice, who knows. Minus 6 degrees Celsius. Might be snow. Oldsund. Alp. Oh, Melander. But really, this pass was done by Alp. Well defended by Melander. Well done. Edwardson. Roback. That's him. Yeah, this guy's dangerous. Yeah, now we can see the goal. We didn't create any chances so far. Now, 17 minutes into the game, to concede the first goal against an opponent that's much stronger. That can happen. Sederlund. Woldsund. Hellberg. Puget. Puget. No. There could have been a case of miscommunication. Alp and Puget again. Alp. And Puget isn't there to pick it up. Robak. Edwardson. Amat Caricho, I guess. Edwardson. Stolt. Is this our Stolt? No. This definitely isn't our Stolt. Can't be. Alp with a throw. Puget. Alp again. There comes the cross. Adelsteinsson with the header. First chance of the game. It was on target too. Well, Ranilov is still around there. Edwardson. Well closed down by Watson. Well done. Fritzson. Roebuck. And we defend that one well too. Kelpie. And Roebuck nearly with the second of the game. Come on guys. You can do better. Well, they are encouraged to a degree. Well intercepted by Wilson. Can Puget win the header? He doesn't though. He doesn't. In one of these situations, in one of these games at some point, one of the players will win one of these duels. And then we will be through. Not a bad shot. Didn't manage to close him down. Again, Edwardson, Sederlund, and that's well intercepted so far. Voldsund with another. I don't know. We probably should go with the wings in these situations. Up. That's probably a bit of an overreaction. He could have run with the ball, but he decided otherwise. Edwardson, Roebuck with the second. This time, straight into the hands of Sederberg though. Kelpie with a throw. Stolt. Fritzson, Kelpie, Bengtsson. I don't think he's related to our Bengtsson. Oh, Wickberg. We were lucky. Söderberg. Long ball. Roebuck wins that duel. But Anderson's on his own now. Out here. Melander. Helberg. Puget. Puget. Runilov. Oh, Melander doesn't manage to keep the ball in the own squad. Oh, that's a good pass though. And there we can see the goal. Again, Mr. Roebuck. Let's have a look. Do we know anything about the strengths and weaknesses of Mr. Roebuck? Yeah. So, overall, he's a good physical player. And this is just a mismatch in the middle. Our central defenders are not good enough to deal with this. Wickberg and Dirk. Wickberg is more of a... I would say he's not physical enough for this role. And that Dirk is not even a central defender at its core. So this is not a surprise. Woldsund. Woldsund loses the ball. Nearly. He scores his third. Edwardson. Roebuck again, but Anderson wins the ball and loses it immediately. Stolt. Malcolm Stolt with the third goal. So, this might not be good for morale after all. This also, you can probably say that this is an error by Sederberg at this point. He was in the right area. Should have had it. Wasn't a weak header, wasn't a particularly strong header. Do we want to change the formation? Why not? Let's go with a more offensive style here. Let's try to attack a little bit. We will probably not create that many chances, but we might. Help. Korovic. Fritzson. Nearly conceded a third. Fourth it is. Not a third. The third's already in. You can also see that possession-wise it was very 50-50 so far. But still, we gave away those chances. Help. Will he find a decent pass? Melander. So we'll tell them that this will not do. This is a bit much. Wow, that's a lot of options. We'll try to fire them up and inspire them. Didn't work so far. None of these is good at this point. Is there anyone with a rating that is above 6.6? Not really. There we go. Well defended this time by Dirk. We don't create chances though. So far anyway, a minute into the game. We should probably go with work ball into the box. And I hope that they can provide some creative element to the game. Hellberg. Melander. Well, that was more about defense than about offense. Hellberg. Wolzond. Oh, seriously, come on, don't lose the ball like this. Stolt, Fritzson. Anderson is too slow. Anderson is not too slow. Well tackled. And well defended. Adalsteinsson. Wolzond. There's not much pace to this attack so far. Wolzond. And a possession pass for Telander. Oh, it's Melander, not Telander, sorry. Hellberg. Puget. Will he go with a shot? Somebody needs to try. Free kick. Well intercepted. Hellberg up front. Wolzond, Puget. Nice pass for Puget. Now he runs with the ball. Well, if we can call this a run. Hellberg. Oh. He missed out on the opportunity. There was a nice gap in the opponent's defense. And this is an offside, is it? It is. Edvardsson. They're trying to go for these corners anyway. Puget. Well headed for Hellberg. Hellberg. Out on the wing. Hellberg. Wolzond. Alp. Hellberg. Melander. That's probably offside. An effort was made, but that's about it. Ytterhogdals. We were lucky there. So apparently some of the players are tired. We might as well rotate a little bit. Or a lot. Really. We can substitute everyone basically. Ytterhogdals, Rigby, Warlin, Ekman. Can also bring on Esberg for Zetterberg. Forsell can come on. Ostrom can come on. I think Lobo's on a heavy match load. Ytterhogdals for Puget. Carlson is one for the other wing. Speedy Boy can probably play for the remaining 30-something minutes. And as a striker, well, let's bring Franson on. He's not a DLF, but who cares? Get out there. It's 0-3. Whatever they can do, it can only get better. It cannot get worse. If we concede another 3, that's still okay-ish. Ostrom. For some reason we play him right now. Branson. I don't know, maybe we can get him out on loan, Ostrom. But he didn't do that bad last game. Speedy Boy. Nice pass. Ostrom is just too slow. Well intercepted by Bengtsson. And he needs to go with a long ball this time. Ytterhogdals. Ekman. Ytterhogdals. Franson with the chance. Ytterhogdals, Bernson, Ekman. Forsell. That's a patient passing game so far. Bernson. In that weather, this is probably no fun. Ostrom. We get in a corner. Let's encourage them and hope for the best. Ytterhogdals. Speedy Boy out at the edge of the penalty area. Will he go for a cross? Will he go for a shot? It's a shot. Ostrom. Bernson. And that's a wonderful ball for Franson, except he's too slow. At least mentally. I guess physically he's got it. Sederlund. Westberg. For some reason Ytterhogdals already has a rating. Ekman. So we play out of defense. All in. Forsell. All in. Ekman. Ostrom. Nice pass by Ostrom. Ytterhogdals barely manages to get to it. And apparently this was offside, I'm not sure. Rigby, well defended. No complaints there, so far. Rigby again. Ekman. Ekman for Speedy Boy, he should have the pace to pick this up. Nice cross. Not the right target though. Ostrom. Well, it's a chance. We stand a chance from time to time. Warlin. Forsell. Ekman. Not a bad pass either. Ah, it is again. It's offside. By Franson apparently. Who was somewhere in the area. Warlin. Ytterhogdals. Runelovs and his goal. Ytterhogdals was all on his own though. It was a good header. Bernson. Ekman. Bernson. And will Ytterhogdals get that one? Yes, he does. Well recycled. Morlin, that's probably offside. It isn't. Stenman. Hagedal, Ekman. Fransson. Åström. Åström. Well, there's always once you see it, there's always the question if you can see mentality that goes in. Goal by Rigby. Assist by Åström. So I was just thinking about mentality, and Åström as a former model citizen who just lost 1 point somewhere. Looks like he wants to make an impact, and he does at this point. Same goes for Rigby, really. Well defended, and now he scores. So, at least in the second half, we showed some competitiveness. That's the word, I guess. All in, well done. Fransson wins the header. Liljedal. Fransson. Well, he tried to run past his mark and then past his marker, I would say. Forsell, Fransson, Liljedal. Oh, it was a nice idea for Speedy Boy, who has the pace too. For some reason, this guy, who is it? Hagedal. He went back inside. Okay, that makes some sense. This doesn't do. Forsell, Roback, well, not a problem for Westberg. So overall, throughout the match, I'm sure we conceded 3. Well, 3 up until now. Well defended by Hagedal though. We might concede a 4th. But overall, expected goals wise, it's not too bad. Well defended by Mr. Liljedal, who is caught way out of position here. He's, I don't know what he did as a right back. Sandström. Westberg. And a long shot. That doesn't find his target. Its target. Bernson. Åström. Bernson. Åström. Cross. We get a corner. Anyone that's tired? Not really. Liljedal with the corner. Interesting decision by Runelov. And now there's nobody up front for them to play the counter for. Bernson. Åström. Ekman. Åström. Rigby. That would have been his second. If it would have worked. Ball in with a free kick. Deflected by the wall. We get another corner. We're piling on the pressure against the second league team here. Not so many people in the stadium, by the way. Liljedal. Nah, Runelov's got it. So I remember a guy named Runelov. I'm not sure who this is. Liljedal, Fransson. Speedy Boy, clearly not offside. There's a cross. And that goes out for yet another corner. Åström on a 7.7 rating now. Due to the assist only? I'm not sure. Liljedal. Nothing for Forsell, and now we have Verme here. All on his own. Hintza. And well closed down by Liljedal. Rigby. Friendson. There's nobody there. Sandstrom. Cross for Hintza. Good ball for Robak. There's the fourth. And Robak got his hat-trick. Yeah, okay. That stuff happens. So this time it was a clear case of a counter-attacking goal. Sundström with a wonderful cross. And there you can clearly see that Rigby lost his mark. And Ytterhogdals was unable to push up high together with Rigby to put Robak in offside position. None of the two happened. So in the end, you can blame whoever you want, but it will go down as the fault of Rigby probably. Scored a goal, responsible for an own goal. Well, not an own goal, but for conceding one. Speedy boy now. Nice one. Birdson, will he find a way to cross this? No, he does fight. Oh, Speedy boy though, who smashes the ball against the crossbar with his weak foot on top. So that should be it. That should be the game. That's it. We scored 1, they scored 4. The second half was much better, though. I should probably have praised Ostrom, but anyway, it's alright. Next game is in 7 days against Gefle. So Gefle is always a hard one. They went up last season if I'm not mistaken, so they should be second league now. Yeah, they're first division elite now. Let's see, they might come down in a year. The last opponent was Östersund. We played a lot of these. Over the years, I guess. So against Gefle we will try to go with our box standard positive formation. And we can probably, given that there's an entire week of training. Who are you? You can go down to the U19 for now. Given that we've got an entire week, we will try to play the first team and show some competitiveness, whatever. I cannot pronounce that. Against against Gefle. Yeah, and hopefully somebody comes in for the youth players at some point. Doesn't look like it so far. Boldegard Blom is wanted though. On the other hand, well, we played Rigby 2 times now. He doesn't train well. .6 and 7.0. Sure. He was responsible for conceding a goal too. In a way. And with a pace of 2, seriously. I mean, what do we expect? So he was out. Somebody outran him. That's what happened. Okay, let's skip forward and I'm going for a bathroom break and I'll be back in a minute or 2. Alright. Back we are, 2.5 hours into the stream. We managed to do 2 friendlies so far. I also switched off the light for some reason, I'm stupid. Not too late to switch it back on though. Okay. So what's up next? Next we have yet another friendly against Gefle and then yet another friendly against Sandvikens, but at least they come on a weekly basis now. There is some additional preseason training to do here. But for the youth team really it's not required, I think. We can go with development training here. And I hope that they develop into anything at this point. And there's some goalkeeping in here, but overall this is a lot of overall and outfield training. And for our current team, I cannot really see an impact on the team cohesion just yet. It doesn't work that well. We should probably reduce the team size, and that means that some players will need to leave. Okay, so we can probably go through this with the squad planner though. Oh, far. Let's remove all of these. Sure, we gotta do them one by one. For both tactics. Great. For some reason Anton Berg is considered a first choice, which he clearly isn't. So who's the first choice? Sederberg or Westberg, I guess. From we agreed to play him as a backup. We agreed to play Westberg as a backup. Anton Berg probably doesn't think he will play anyway. Yeah. In the future maybe. And then there's Noah Nilsson. That's a 19-year-old that is around the first team squad because, well, he's too old for U19 at this point. We've got a 2-year contract for him though. So he will need to go out on loan or he will need to leave. Going out on loan, we can try. That with this wage and this skill set, really, I don't expect much in terms of a fee. If we can get a fee at all for him, that is. So there's that. With Anton Berg, it's the same, but on a higher skill level. I would like him to play though. But I don't think anyone's willing to offer money for him. If anyone is, sure, let him play. And we can even make the same argument for Westberg and Sederberg. So one of the two will play throughout the entire season. It will probably be Sederberg. So seen from that perspective, it's a good idea to give Westberg some time on the pitch. And I'll be happy if somebody offers any money for him at this point. But I want him to be an important player. Maybe somebody comes in for him. I realized that I just offered out 3 out of 4 goalkeepers. There's also Paul Coleman. We should offer him out too. Because this is plain and simple. I expect one goalkeeper to play the entire season. If he injures himself, we will recall whoever is out on loan. And the other goalkeepers do not have to be with the squad. There's this odd problem that in Football Manager, the squad always expects that you have 3 goalkeepers in. Otherwise, you have a lack of, I don't know, a backup, I guess. But really, we can't just recall them. So we'll see if anyone is willing to offer money for them, and that's it. Next position, right back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously, why does this happen? Can't you just let them out? Also, for every single season we gotta do this again. It's not like it copies last season over. No. We gotta do this all over again. So Helpström never was a right back. I don't know what he's doing here. Jonas Andersson is just fine in here, and Adolf Steinsson is too. At least this is good. Yeah, that's okay. So, this guy needs to leave. As a wingback on attack duty, he's not good enough, especially not for us. But, well, we re-signed him because we think as a fairly professional player, he can have a development. That is, if somebody loans him and if he plays. I don't care too much about the money, I just want him to play. Also, his contract doesn't run that long, right? No. He's bound to the end of the year. I also wanted him for mentoring groups in the U19, but at this point he's too old, so that's on me. It's my fault. He might as well remain with the squad and be part of a mentoring group of young players that are fairly pro or something. So now here we have two players. One is considered a squad player, really cheap. One is a fringe player, one is a breakthrough prospect. Yes, Berntsson can remain with the club and play here. In fact, he probably should. But on the other hand, he needs the mentals. So I don't know if I want to keep him here. He's really cheap. And I'd rather want him to develop. But the same can be said about Ngongo, really. Both of them are. If we compare these, Berntsson and Ngongo. They are both really fast. Ngongo is also really strong. And apparently Berntsson is the better defender, for some reason. Yeah. Not sure what to make of this. But we will not be able to play everyone. That's a problem. He's got positioning 7 at least, and some tackling. Gotta go back to the comparison window here. So, we gotta make a decision here. I don't think we need them both. To have them both is a luxury. If we have them both, then we don't need Anderson. Let me put it that way. These are really cheap options overall. That's a plus for keeping them both. But they are also both balanced personality and well, you know, not regen players. So I'm not sure which one to keep. They are both fast. That's not much of a difference between them. Ngongo is a bit stronger. Well, as a defender that comes in just handy from time to time, but it's not a primary concern. The primary concern with Ngongo is that his off-the-ball movement and positioning are really bad. Also concentration and decision-making, this is not good. His teamwork is a bit better, but really both of them are horrible from a teamwork perspective. And technically, well, Berntsson is the better defender and Ngongo is the better one going forward. There we have it. So if we use them both, we would use Ngongo going forward, despite his absurd off-the-ball movement, and I hope that he can make an impact going forward. And we will probably use Berntsson as a wingback on defend duty, not on attack duty, which we use in other circumstances. That's still a role that contributes going forward, but not to the degree that the other role would. So, yeah, there we have it. Both of them need to take long throws, by the way, and I'm willing to train them on it. Because I seriously don't think that the focus here will do much. The long throw focus, though, might have an influence throughout the career. I think long throws don't need match experience to grow. I'm not sure. So this means that Jonas Andersson is not required. He is a perfectionist that is a part of a mentoring group, but on the other hand, he costs us 30 euros a month. I'm willing to loan him out. Maybe somebody comes in and wants to pay serious money for him. He's got a long history as a player. And I want him to play. And then there's Ytterhogdals IK. We already talked about this guy. Next position. This is the best. Now the UI jumps all over the place. Well, we've got it now. Fine. So none of these is sure to be around just yet. We might have made an offer for this or that. What we can probably agree upon immediately here. So these are the left-footed ones. They will not be here. Not in this position. So out of the right-footed players, Dirk is also left-footed. And Ytterhogdals doesn't belong here. Out of this sample of the right-footed players, well, we go into the season with Ytterhogdal and Wikborg. Both aren't great. But that's okay-ish. Rigby, though, will not cut it. Overall. So we need to find him a loan move, and I don't think anybody is interested. Even for a small fee. Well, even for no fee at all. They will not come for him. Because they think he's too bad, and well, I agree overall. He's got pace too. Just doesn't work that way. What's his focus in training? Defensive positioning, yeah. Well, he would need a lot of improvement in defensive positioning, but that's strictly due to the fact that with a better defensive positioning, he might attract some attention from somewhere. Oh no. Okay. Left side. So this is easier. Everybody here can go. Hellstrom is a primary left defender in, well, the primary left option of the central defenders. Dirk can remain in here, and the rest of them don't belong here. Hellstrom will be with the club. I don't know for how long, but he will be. Boldegard Blom does not necessarily need to go out for loan, but if Boldegard Blom goes out for loan, Dirk will stay. That's for sure. I don't think Boldegard Blom and Dirk is a fair comparison. Dirk is more of a left wing back, but well, he's both. To a degree. He's not great in either of them though. But if we compare it like this, Boldegard Blom is a really good jumper and overall better defender, better physically. Dirk, especially the strength, is concerning as a central defender. Playing him as a central defender is a last-ditch effort. It's not what we're going for usually. I realized that I did that in the friendlies and it cost us dearly. Well, whatever, just friendlies. On the other hand, Boldegard Blom is 31 and Dirk is, well, 20. So I don't think Boldegard Blom needs to move out. I think I want to retract that. For now, we need him. That might change immediately once we make a signing. Dirk as a third option is okay. I'll leave him in here. And there we have, so this guy, I don't want him here. I don't want these here. Dirk here as a second option is fine. But really somebody's missing here. And that's... So... Not Wolfson though. Apparently I cannot find him. There he is, Warland. So he counts as a defender already. Cool. I don't think this is the right way to put it. Alp will not go anywhere. Not from a skill level perspective. What we really wanna do is, well, first of all, Alp as a wingback throughout the season is not the worst choice of them all. It's not a great choice, but overall, well, you can see it. Not a player you want to have in your squad if you want to go for a promotion. In fact, his side was prone to errors, but he was still better than Muteba last season. So I guess that's that. We really gotta negotiate a lower contract for him though. So from that perspective, yeah. On the other hand, it's not, financials wise, it's not horrible. I wanna compare up to Vorlon though. And also to Dirk. Because it's been a while since I did that. I'm not entirely aware of the differences. So Vorlon is not as good as a defender as Alp. It's a weird thing to put it like this, but that's how it is. Vorlon is more of a player that can make an impact going forward. That's okay. They are just different. But we need, first and foremost, we need a solid defender here. So let's compare him to Dirk. Dirk is not much better. Now, with Dirk, I think he's well-rounded though. And he's well-suited for the position overall. He's got a defending, he's got a physical stuff to a degree, and he's got a speed. This is not great, but it's okay. He also has attacking and technical. I don't care so much about the vision or aerial or, well, the mental stuff should also be better, sure. But this looks like a profile of a wingback to me. And the gaps in his skill set are not in one place only. It's a bit of the first touch and a bit of the off-the-ball movement that's missing. And then there's a few concerning sevens in here, but we're talking a 20-year-old. If he plays, he improves. Hopefully. If he improves, we're perfectly fine with it. So, this guy can be with the club. And now we have the decision between Alp and Vorlon. Vorlon can also play midfield, so he's a good guy to have at the club. I thought we would go with him into the season as a defender, but I'm not so sure at this point. I think I'd rather have him play the entire season. And that's a weird thing to say because in midfield we looked weak from time to time. But as a midfielder, I would need to compare him to Hellberg at this point. Or Forsell. Wait. For Forsell, this doesn't work. So, we have two roles in midfield, in central midfield, right? Actually, we should compare him to a lot of stuff. But let's just go through these. As a regista, he will not work. He's not horrible at it, but he's not good enough. The off-the-ball movement is, well, we can as well ask Multi-Eggman at this point. Even Multi-Eggman has better off-the-ball movement, despite this being his weakness as a register. So this will not work. I don't think this is viable. That said, he would be last-ditch replacement there, sure. Box-to-box. As a box-to-box, he's not ticking too many options, I guess. The one that I'm most concerned about is the technical stuff here and the strength. Otherwise, this is okay. I don't care so much about the finishing as a box-to-box. I will compare this to Hellberg in a second. And then we've got Metzaler. As a Metzaler, his finishing is too weak. We will have 1.5. We'll probably have 2 players that can play Metzaler here, maybe even 3. So we don't need him as a Metzaler. It's just the reality of it. And also, I don't think he has what it takes as a Metzaler. But we're talking minor missing stuff here. If he improves overall, if he plays another season, maybe he comes back and he's a primary option for this position for us. But the thing is, we just signed a 30-year-old for this position that's better or on par. And we have Oliver Swan coming back, maybe. And also Korovic is still around. So Metzaler will not be it. So the only question is he able to contribute as a box-to-box midfielder if we compare him to Hellberg? When Hellberg is really bad. I realize that. Yeah. He's better than Hellberg. That's okay. But in Hellberg's case, he doesn't expect to play. And we don't care about his development either. Hellberg is even weaker. Well, okay. So I thought it would be a bit closer. But I guess that speaks for keeping Vorlin and getting rid of Hellberg. On the other hand, Hellberg's got the personality and we want to keep him as a mentor in the squad. Also, despite his lack of skill set, he performed decently as a drop-in replacement overall. So I'm willing to go into a second season with Hellberg. I don't want to Vorlin to sit on the bench most of the time. I want him to play. And maybe he can command a fee. So, yes, I said I want to go with him into the season. But I'll rather offer him out on loan. Maybe get a decent fee for him. I don't think anybody will be willing to pay this. But maybe they're willing to pay less. I don't care about the position with this guy though. I just want him to be on the pitch. So that's a left wing back slash some other positions already. None of these will play here. I do not know why this happens every single time. So he can go. And then there's, I guess, Sead Korovic can play Regista to a degree. Yeah, really. Last option. And the rest of them, I would not play them here. Nathan Lowe was in here though. Let's have a look at Nathan Lowe as a deep lying playmaker in this position. I think he can do that. Where's Lowe? There's Lowe. Yeah, he can play DLP. His positioning isn't great, but overall he's got it. Better than Korovic anyway. So, and the squad player in this position, he's good. No. There he is. So that's not the primary setup here, but he's so bad as a deep lying playmaker. Why is that? His positioning is bad, okay. I was unaware of that. That might explain some things, yes. Malte Ekman, on the other hand, his positioning is not much better. Huh. Interesting. This implies that we might play low here. On the other hand, we really don't want to have that deep-lying playmaker running through center. That's why he shouldn't be in this sample. So I don't think this is a good idea. And the same can be said about Korovic later on. This is good though, this works. Inverted winger on the left side. This is... they are not natural in this position. The players that we want to play there. So this is why they aren't in the sample. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. So shortlisted, this is bullshit. Let's go with midfielders. Our first option is Ytterhogdals. The second option is not Skillermo probably, but he's part of it. Where's Morgan? Here's Morgan. This is how it is. So probably not in that order though. I guess Morgan is the primary option. Even in the defensive formation. Yeah. I want him to improve though. And for now, he's in decline. That said, we will get him match sharp for the start of the season. And then he can either start to learn this position or he doesn't. Who knows. For Sel, he knows how to play the position, but we play him as a box-to-box. 90% of the games. Pouquet has this position in him, and Skillermo. And for Ytterhogdals, well... Hellberg probably not. Hellberg is last. But this is what we have here. And this is too many. Seriously. I mean, who's gonna play 6 different players in one position? Now, Hellberg and Forsell are only here as a replacement. Skillermo is only here in case something happens. That's really true for him in entirety. He can play that many positions, but none of them he's great at. He's constantly struggling to make an appearance. Let me put it that way. But these 3, Morgan and Ytterhogdals, I don't want them to leave really. Because Morgan we just signed. We want him to make an impact and be good. He's got a really good long shot for our level. This was 12 once we signed him, and now, well, he declined a little bit. Let's look into this. Where is it? Oh. So that should be okay here. Ytterhogdals, same, but a bit different. He's got those positions in him. My problem with Ytterhogdals is really only the fact that I forgot about his training because we placed him into midfield. Football Manager things. This is what he's training for. So anyway, his finishing isn't good. That's what's missing of his game. The rest of it is more or less fine. He could also do with decent set pieces, but he just hasn't. He hasn't. He doesn't have them in him. That's it. So with Pouquet, he's just okay for both of these positions, but history tells us that he's really bad on the pitch. So he needs time to develop. And he doesn't need to do that with the club. I realized that we might play him for an entire season, but if we can get him out on loan, I'm willing to do that. This is... I wouldn't say it's about the money, it's quite the opposite. We are willing to eat these costs rather than suffering Pouquet's performances for another season. That said, it might not go down that well. I don't know. Box to box. So he's not a box-to-box, he will not play here. Forsell is the primary option, Skillermo is not an option here, Vorlin is fine, but he will leave the club. Maybe. All of these are shit as box-to-box. Really the only option here is Hellberg. And all of these... Low will not play box-to-box. He might play in central midfield, but not box-to-box. Can we just... There's no way to remove them all. Annoying. So, I'm happy with this. Great. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I think Forsell will play 90% of the matches anyway. Maybe not 90. Maybe 60 to 70%. And Hellberg can have the others. If Hellberg doesn't cut it for the others, that's okay. I think we can always recall Vorlin if Hellberg is absolutely horrible. But I don't think he will be. And we will play the other players from time to time here. Just because they come on from the bench. Metzala. So Ostrom, if Ostrom is anything in central midfield, he's a Metzala. But usually I'd say him, I don't know. He's not a playmaker, he's not a striker, he's not a anything. Ball-win midfielder and box-to-box apparently. Well, he's got a work rate for box-to-box, okay. I agree with that. So you know what? Forget what I said previously. He will train as a box-to-box midfielder now, and we can give him time on the pitch in case Hellberg doesn't cut it. I realize that I'm going down the quality axis here, but sure, why not? Let him be box-to-box midfielder and train his decisions and composure. Where's final third? There it is. So let's put Ostrom in here. If I can find him, there he is, yes. Here though, not so much. Forsell doesn't have business here. Skillermo can be in here, yes. To a degree. Morlin, I don't think so. Melander is, well, we're trying to put him as a Regista replacement. Really, Melander as a Metzala, probably not. At this point in his career, but as an experiment from time to time, sure. All of these can go. The primary option here is Nathan Lowe. I realize that he's 30, but it doesn't matter much. Nathan's the one we're going for. And as a secondary option, Korovic so far. This will change. The entire rest can go. Great. This will change once Oliver Swan comes back to the club, if he does, that is. Because if Oliver Swan comes back, all of a sudden Oliver Swan is in second spot, and then, well, that doesn't need to be in here. Yeah, Melander, neither. But if Oliver Swan comes back, that's okay. And Skillermo, really, I don't want him anywhere in here. He's not like, it's not like we're planning with him. Well, this is his core position, so that's okay. In this formation. Here. This is all crap. Tillander is missing here. That's it. Where's August Tillander? There he is. August Tillander is better in this position than Speedy Boy. Not by much though. Well, he's got good finishing. So, this is okay. And up front, same. Let's get rid of these. I'm not sure what to do to pair friends on, to be honest. It's the wrong way to put it though. Yeah, I'm not sure how to deal with him. We just signed him, and I think he needs to go out for loan. That said, a third striker is not the worst idea. He's got some flexibility in him. He might play on the left wing from time to time, or even in midfield. He's got good acceleration. He's pacey. Finishing is decent. His passing is good. So, despite the obvious deficits, we might actually play him as a deep lying forward from time to time, as a backup. Why not? From the bench. If the other striker is on a heavy load, why not? So, from that perspective, I'm willing to keep him here. Actually, he brings some flexibility to the squad, so that's okay. And training-wise, whatever. Let's go with deep lying forward on him, because he has the technicals for it. And if I play him as an inverted winger more, we can just change training going forward. But for now, he's got the technicals, he's got the off-the-ball movement and the flair. Cool. So we've got a secondary option as a deep lying forward. Now, as a pressing forward, he can do too. That's okay. But it's not what he's training for right now. I don't think this is viable for him. Woldsund, same, but really a bit different. I still see him as a complete forward to a degree, but he will train as a deep lying forward too. I realize that he's missing the vision though. But that's alright. And then we have Ishak, who is the primary option as a pressing forward. He's got the physicals really, that's it. Physics and mentality are fine as a pressing forward, and I don't care so much about the rest. Even though he's on dribbling training right now. In a way, I would love for him to have better passing and finishing, but whatever. He will not get it, not in this career. In the next life, maybe. Still, in the defensive formation, Anton Ishak is dangerous to have on the pitch. For the opposition, that is. And now we would need to do it all over again for the other formation. But I think we just determined a few, well, we're not sure about the fates yet, but we're sure how we want to deal with different players. So, for the other formation, I'll do it later on, probably. So that means we have 3 strikers in the squad and 1.5 to 2.5 players in each position. That should be okay, and everyone else needs to leave. Yeah, and Vorolan is the first one that goes out the door. He already was on loan last season. Boden's BK offered for him. They can have him, but I want money. Hopefully this is not too much. Cool. I should have gone with more, but really, okay, that's fine. Now we get some money for him. He gets some match practice. He's a regular starter there. Who cares? And he can always be recalled. But all of a sudden the fee is down to 14. These weird rounding errors in Football Manager need to disappear at some point. I don't know how this happens. No loan in the rest for most of them. So, let's gamble with a few fates then. he doesn't want to go. Let's offer him out for transfer. Maybe somebody's interested and makes an offer. Westberg, I don't want him to leave on a permanent basis, but the more I have him around the club, I realize that the aerial reach of 5 is really a problem. Because he doesn't improve it. And at 1.79 m he probably never will. So, seen from that perspective, okay, I disregard that, he did improve it from 5 to 5. But on the other hand, he really, he doesn't play much, so I cannot expect much of him. He develops though, overall. Yeah, sorry, he needs to play. But I'm not willing to let him leave on a permanent basis. Anderson, my opinion has changed on that. I might be willing to let him leave on a permanent basis. He will be a loss to the squad though, from a mentalities perspective. So maybe at the end of the season we can extend his contract for cheap. This guy, sure. Let's offer him out. I thought he could do as a tutor for the first team. Yeah, not for the first team, for the youth. Same with him, with Rigby. I think we signed him. Yeah, we signed him for the personality, and now we realize that this is probably not a good idea. That said, if he remains with the club, maybe he can be a part of a two-leader group. Same with this guy. Noah Nilsson is one of those that came up that just needs to go. I'm sorry, man, but you're not good enough for the first team, and long term, I don't want him. With Anton Berg, it's a bit different, but he's got some obvious weaknesses in his goalkeeping, so either he needs to play or he needs to leave. And in case somebody comes in and offers money for him, I'm willing to let him leave. I realize that this is the best young prospect we had in a few years, but we can have so much better just by poaching players from first and second division clubs after they let them leave. This one, he's good. If I compare this with Hagedal, he's good. So I'm gonna go back into the squad planner here. All of a sudden they added him back in. Why? I removed him from the here. I cannot plan with this guy. So I think Alic is a good addition to the squad. Never mind. He would have been a good addition to the squad. And we offered him a similar amount of money. But apparently, they, I don't know. Excuse me? Well, anyway, we won't have him, so he can be removed from the shortlist. Or maybe not, because, well, we might be able to get him later on. But for them, this is a good signing. The loan offer has been rejected, so he will not come in. I do though. But seriously, I've been thinking about playing something else from time to time. But this is a long-term save that it's not about I don't know. It's nice of you for sticking around. But this is a two-part. Why this is a bit I don't know, boring, I guess. First of all, it's preseason, so preseason takes forever in Sweden. There's no competitive games here, and well, also few of the regulars are around right now. And then on the other hand, there's also yeah, I forgot what I was going on about. But anyway, I might do other games too. But yeah, I remembered. So this entire episode and every other episode goes on YouTube too. So I guess it's a part of a longer story. So in that sense, yeah, sure, I can do it later, but I would need to pick another game. And I'm mostly interested in other games that are long-term stuff. But given that you previously stated that you like shooters, did you ever play Cigarette, for example? Well, any of the two. There's two parts of Cigarette. That's shooters. I'd say bullet hell shooters. They are really good. So that's something I would be willing to stream at some point. I'm no good at it, but they are really good shooters. So anyway, Iron All Holmstrom, doubtful transfer interest. We'll keep him on the short list though, just to keep a hold of him. And there's a scouting record for Gefle. I don't care much. The good thing about things like Cigarette, for example, is that you can just do one run in an hour or two, and so that's much easier to do in a short stream, I guess. So nobody wants Puget. Same with the others. That's problematic, especially for Puget. He needs to play. He just needs to play. What's the first team against Gefle? Woldsund. Sederberg back here. Or maybe Westberg, who knows? No, I think it's Sederberg. Creative freedom here has changed a lot. Why is that? I don't realize why they Lugongo is the more offensive one, right? Yes. I'm not aware of why all of a sudden they lost all the familiarity with the creative freedom here. This doesn't make much sense. Ytterhogdals and Hellström. Burnt Sun is not one for here. Probably Dirk. Yeah. Then there's always Malte Ekman in this position. There's always Nathan Low here, if we can help it. Fossell here. Here out on the wing, it's either Liljedahl or Morgan. We signed Morgan for it so he can have his appearance. Tillander, and that's it. This is probably the first team. With a few Englishmen in the squad at this point. Which is required by the fans. Oliver Swan is actually willing to come back to us. And none of the regular viewers is around to witness it. Well. Okay. So, we offer out some money for Oliver Swan and we get him back. Yay, record signing. We just paid 4K for Oliver Swan. And so this is good business, by the way. In-game, that is. We pay 4K in transfer fee. But 50% of the transfer fee is owed to us because we sold him previously and we have a clause. So effectively we paid 2K. And back when they bought him from us, they paid 6.5. So in the end, we make money. And now he's back. Hierarchy-wise, though, he will probably start at the bottom again. He was club captain. So, yeah, he's back. He can go back to training as a Metzala and really free kicks, I guess, at this point. Because the rest of it, well, he will never improve his off-the-ball movement with us. Not due to specific training and finishing long shots neither. He shouldn't take long shots, but it doesn't matter. We have our secondary Metzala back. Well, now we will receive half the transfer fee. What I just told you about. This is fantastic. This is a guy that is on our shortlist. He can come in for trial immediately after they terminated his contract. Eddie Tran, 29-year-old signing, no. So we have enough old players. Sure, let's give him a trial. Same for him. There's a few people now that are willing to sign for us. How's the wage budget at this point? Yeah, we reduced it a little bit and then we brought Oliver Swan back in and now it's back up. But he's back. This time, without complaints about the lack of improvement in training facilities though. This time he's here for good. I cannot believe it. Sure, so that means that Korovic can go, by the way. Because if we compare Oliver Swan to Korovic, which we did previously, yeah, I think that's pretty obvious at this point. Oliver Swan is just a better player, So Korovic can go. And he served the club well. Now he can have a good time elsewhere. At least for the, I don't know, probably not for the remainder of his contract. But he needs the playing time. And we've got 2 players there, so we want him to play. Huh. That's good. So maybe we can suggest to them 15 euro fee. Let's go with 20. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously. It's so annoying with the euro signs. Just put the euro signs outside. It's not that hard to design a good user interface. We want him to be a regular starter, so let's suggest that. Yeah, cool. Let's go with 15 here. The regular starters doesn't seem to be a problem. I want a fee for him. And the offer has been withdrawn. So they are not willing to offer a fee. Or maybe the improvement wasn't good enough. Let's go with 10. They will probably not make a second offer, but maybe someone else will drop in and go with it. I don't know this guy. I know this guy and I don't care. So I don't think we want him. Let's remove him from the shortlist. There's a few trials here. These are 1-week trials for players that we either are already aware of or have no knowledge of just yet. Okay, we'll look into these later. Who are you? Great. I don't care. Let's remove him from the shortlist and Volin earns the club money all of a sudden. Good job. Here we go. So he's gone. €15 a month, that's not a big loan fee, €150 or something throughout the year. 170. But the entire fee, the loan period has already begun. So it's more like 150 probably. Still, money's money. Money's good. Alright, he's gone. Jack Bolton rejects something. I don't think I want Jack Bolton at some point. So we can't remove him from the shortlist. He's 25 now. No need. And for Korovic, we do not get an additional loan offer at this point. Somebody might come in later. Happens. In the U19 there's a lot of other English players though that hang around here. And we might find the odd hidden gem at this point. Interesting. Interesting. So he's probably much too expensive. He's also Welsh and Turkish, so that doesn't count as English player anyway. That said, he's not bad. A flare of 5 is concerning though. So probably not so much a Metsala. The OP. He didn't play for Newport. He was out on loan with Hempel Hempstead. That's it. Never played a competitive match in his life. Other than with Hempel Hempstead 17. For that he's actually pretty good. But we cannot pay him anyway, so there's that. Harrison Bright. He's not better than what we have. Well, he's got better positioning, but well, he's a bit better, but the physicals are worse. I don't think this is a great signing. Paul Osio, left-footed winger. That's not a bad idea. He can play wingback. And we're missing somebody in that position that is really strong. We were missing a strong figure here. His positioning could do with some improvement, but he's 26. He might acquire that going forward. He's got the pace. He's really weak though. Like for a defender, his jumping reach 3 is horrible. For anyone on a footballer's pitch, really. Yeah, cool. So, I don't think this is okay. We cannot pay this. We cannot afford this under any circumstances, so that will not work. We do not have enough scouting knowledge on him just yet. And then we start with the we are not interested in category. Lewis Johnson, definitely not. That's a weird composition of stuff. Jack Robinson. That's not bad. Reminds me of Alp though. It's not great either. Yeah, so Jack Robertson is a bit better, one could argue. From a physical, mental and aerial point of view. French player, more like emergency backup for us. He doesn't care though. But he wants 140 euros a week, so that's much too high. Sonny Hilton. Overall, that's a good midfielder. Mid-Salah maybe. We have better at this point. And then a lot of balanced stuff. That seemed worse. None of these is any good. It's one of the trial lists, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, sure. So, as I said, we will not sign him anyway. Oh, they are unhappy with training. Okay. Let's look. Who's unhappy and why? For him, apparently, defensive positioning is recommended. I don't necessarily disagree. He has declined slightly, yes, I realize. This looks decent. So apparently August Lunder still improves for some reason. I don't know why, I don't know how. Agility and balance though? I mean, it's not a bad suggestion, no, especially due to the balance. So I guess that's okay. Passing isn't really a weakness anymore. His long shots are, but they improved by a bit too. If we consider the fact that he was on 10 or 11 points finishing back when he started with us, and lost the odd point there and improved in long shots overall, that's okay. So agility and balance it is, that's alright. Ngongo doesn't seem to be the one that is unhappy with training. Neither is Ytterhogdals. He declined slightly though, recently. Not good. He was already on the edge, let's say, from being replaced. Per Franson finally. Well, he's wanted by somebody on loan now. He thinks he should do more strength training. Great, Per. Great. Then do more strength training. He's not happy with that though, he's talking about general training, so there's not much we can do. Now, he needs to do. In any case, he needs improvement in composure and decision making. Low. Yeah, the fun of third training is alright. If we don't improve his free kicks, that's okay. Adam Helmström, I don't think the quickness is viable. He really needs to improve his heading and his marking. The quickness I don't care much about. Ishak should improve his penalties. I guess why not? Who cares? And now the ball control all of a sudden. You know what? We will not do either of them. We will give him attacking movement training and that's it. Because he can do with some improvement there. And he really, if he does, he might create more chances than he already does, due to the combination of the physicals and the mentals. So even if he doesn't score him, at least he creates him. Ytterhogdal. Yeah, he declined overall, that's true. And with that minuscule effort here, I don't think he will go anywhere. Final third training is fine, but yeah, whatever. For him, so he clearly needs anticipation and one-on-one training. Reflexes are good enough. Concentration is shit. Handling, composure, and technique. That would be okay. Yeah, handling, composure, and technique it is. Not exactly what I was thinking of though, but he needs to go at some point. There's one of the players that came through the youth team, and apparently youth contracts are like forever. So we shouldn't sign these long youth contracts anymore. Or if we do, just for the ones that really have potential. For him with the technique, that's fine. On the other hand, he really doesn't need it. He might as well do anticipation, concentration, and whatever it is. Reflexes. Yeah, sure. Why not? Now we're back to requiring a training and technique with him. Who's unhappy here? He can remain that way. He doesn't do well in training. I don't know why. Guess he needs match experience. Dylan Morgan, same. Wants to do more strength training. It's all about the strength training with them. Fine. Here. Have some. Where is it? If I schedule strength training though, they will complain about the lack of quickness training, so we might as well go physical. Preseason is about physicals after all. So let them have it. Hopefully they stop complaining. We got a friendly proposal at the 13th. That's probably... Well, on the other hand, we'll gladly play a Norwegian team at that point. Whatever. Why not? Doesn't matter much. We can do this. And this will get this the squad hopefully sharp enough for this season. Individual talks about training are probably on. I've just been here, so this is good. Same here. With these two I'm not so sure, and then we are in decline really. This is all not an appropriate training level. Might have to do with the training we scheduled though. Oh. So that improves the morale of the squad overall. But I think it could do with some trimming anyway. Some of the players accepted just fine, but others do not seem to be influenced by that much. They don't care. Even Entenberg accepted the feedback. He's not prone to doing that anyway. Antoine Dirk. Somebody is willing to offer for Speedy Boy on loan. I don't think we'll do that though. That's great. Actually, it's not that great. It's probably better. Apparently Sol and Tuna are bleeding quality at this point. They already sold some of the other players. Well, to be fair, they had really great potential. They were really too good for Sol and Tuna. He's not familiar with this. So the team cohesion didn't improve much. This doesn't work. I don't know why, but maybe the team cohesion is also highly dependent on match experience. In that sense, it's useless what we're training here. The match practice is obviously important, but the other stuff not. So we'll change the schedule in the middle of the preseason. Who cares? But it doesn't look like it helps in any way. So let's go with overall training. That will not make the players any happier. But at least we have the odd chance to develop an attribute point. Somewhere. If some of them have some natural progression. Sweden is really hard in that regard. Yeah, we already talked. He wants too much money. So I don't care. Frederick Orman, 17-year-old fickle guy in the youth team that is listed for loan and nobody came in and wanted him so far. We would be perfectly willing to sell him on a permanent basis because he costs money, and same for this. So they need to be match fit later on. Who are you? Yeah, I think we'll do this next time. So that's it for today. We'll continue this tomorrow. I guess special thanks in this case go out to Olivia Kent for sticking with me throughout the entire episode. Maybe we'll see each other again at another time. But we'll do this friendly tomorrow. And I'll be done for today. Thanks for watching, and if you see this later on YouTube, you might come over to Twitch at some point. I usually stream on weekdays these days, and going forward maybe in the evening. Anyway, have a nice day, and see you all soon.